do a, are you guys back? Don't tell me I was on Active Trader Pro that whole time. I hope I wasn't. Scheduled. I hope I wasn't on Active Trader Pro that whole time. I started up again. I don't know what happened. It seems to have Stage Manager. I guess I can set up stage. Ooh, maybe I should put on Stage Manager. I think the with Stage Manager, it logs you. Hit the thumbs up button if you join. I don't know. I'm going to keep going. We're going to delete that. Delete. Let's ARKK. I hope people come back. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Andy, sorry. I saw there was a chat from you, and I was like, ooh, they're still chatting. But I think my internet, I'll wait for folks to join back up, but I think my internet, quote unquote, hiccuped. I'm not on the lovely AT&T 1 gig that I have at my house. I'm on Verizon Fios at 300 megs. So it should be good enough. But I think my computer wound up switching networks. And it switched to a network. Let's see, Wi-Fi settings. I'm going to... no, I'll reset it after this. I'll wait for other folks to join. There's 6. I think there's usually about 10 or 15 that kind of regularly join. Not everybody chats, but I want to show everybody. Hey, Andy, were you watching? Was I on freaking Active Trader Pro the whole time I was chatting last time? I don't know. I'll have to go back. I'm not going to watch it. Who am I kidding? I'm not taking up my day to watch it. We're already at 10:15. So let me get started again. Sorry about that. My computer hicked up and I was live. But yeah, so ARKK crossed up and you can see falling wedge. It's broken out of it. 38.59 is the price. It's at about that price, 38.73 live in the market right now. ARKK. Cross up. Another one, the podcast is sponsored in Mexico by Melly. And Melly has this ascending triangle, not a falling wedge, but an ascending triangle. And it broke out to the top side of that at $12.14. $1,214. It's trading at $12.46. Right now, it's up 1.77%. Melly, talked about in my own personal watch list. I don't have this in the core portfolio, but Home Depot. It's also got a falling wedge on the 4-hour. It's broken out above that, 283. For this one, I think anything under 300, I think you're doing well. I think anything over 300, I think you're getting a little bit stretched in that one. MAR, Marriott International. I do have this in my own personal portfolio. Went over it, 162.20. If you're traveling and you like staying at Marriott's, boom. Yeah, this one's a good one. 162.20, you're trading at 163. It's just using that 200-day as a support level. You can see it broke down into the 150s here on March 24th. It's kind of moving its way back up. The earnings are coming out May 2nd. MAR, good one. ASML. This one is ASML Holdings. AMSL? ASML. This one is I don't even know. New York Registry share. Doesn't look like they would cross up. Ignore that one. I thought that was I probably wrote that one down wrong. TMUS, T-M-U-S, T-Mobile. We had a cross up here at 143.57. It's trading at 144, 143. I think this one's extended. In my mind, if you're going to invest in a phone company, I think Verizon's the one you want to do it. And I've said this one, when this one crossed up at 36, I said it's a $40 stock. You're at 38.56. You're about to cross the 200-day. Your ex-dividend date is coming up on April 6th. Your dividend on Verizon, by the way, the numbers are pretty impressive. Your PE is only 7. They're just spending a ton of money. Your dividend is, sorry, I had to screw 6.76. I thought I said 8.76. I was going to be like, whoa. Your average target price on this is 44. You're trading at 38. 36 would have been better to get in, but 38 ain't bad, especially since your ex-dividend date is coming up and 6%. So you divide that by 4 because it's a quarterly dividend. That's what you get paid. So that's why I went into PXD on the energy side, because it's a 10, 11% dividend. 193.53 was the buy-in here, March 21st. This is just PXD. I just decided to look at it. But TMUS had that cross up, so that's why we got into Verizon. TXN, Texas Instruments, TXN. This one had a cross up here. It's a secondary cross up. Your initial buy was 174. It's kind of boring tech, but it's solid tech. Your chips have just been completely just flying. TXN. Enphase. This one is just beaten down, but you have this descending wedge where it's broken out. 201.63 was the buy-in. 201.63, you're trading at 207. I think anything below 200, I think you absolutely buy this one. I think anything above 200, I think you can sell it. The 200-day is at 251. If we go back and we look at a weekly on this one, you can see how strong it's been. It's just been a crazy, crazy stock. This is solar energy. You have to use Enphase converters for solar energy. So they completely tied to renewable energy. I think it was yesterday or the day before that announced that 2022 was the first time that renewable energy beat coal as an energy producer in this country. So it's absolutely 100% on the rise. This is an industry that I think you could absolutely invest in. And you can see since 2019, when you were trading at $4.79 for this. Again, that's 2019. 4 years ago, trading at, say, $5 conservatively. You were at $5. You're at $200 right now. At your highs, you were close to $350. So at $5, let's see. What's 300 divided by 5?
It's 60.
60 times your money. In what, 4 years? Enphase technology. It is that good. Does it have more to go? It's a little bit expensive. That's what you have to realize. We need the growth to continue to go. I'm not even going to. Altria Group, we had a cross up, 44.52. That's vaping. I am not a fan, even though I tell Mike all the time, hey, take your shirt off and vape, show the guns. I do not believe in this. MO. We talked about Home Depot. Lowe's kind of trades on the same thing. We talked about the descending wedge on this 4 hour. You can see it. It's broken out above it. Pretty bullish. AMT, American Tower. This one crossed up at 198.55. American Tower is a great, you want to use a cell phone service? American Tower. They basically erect towers and then just charge all of the anybody that wants to put up a dish or a receiver, Verizon and stuff. It's basically a REIT. When you think of REITs, that's essentially what most of these folks invest in. And again, it's a descending triangle that it's broken out above them. Look at this, a weekly of this. Look at how great it was doing. And then it just got beaten down here in 2022 because REITs weren't considered anything. But AMT, they give off a great dividend at 3.14. The PE, again, it's expensive. 51 for a REIT. I mean, for a REIT, its average target price is 244. You're trading at 200. So it had this cross up here on the 4 hour at 198. You're trading above 200. I haven't looked at this one much, But my assumption is anything under 200, you're probably doing fine. It's under the 200 day, breaking out of a descending wedge. Your ex-dividend date is April 13th. Your earnings are coming up April 25th. So that's it. I'll work out some of the problems that I had technically this morning, hopefully. But I'll be back tomorrow with the summary of the week. So trade well. Again, I think, Oxy is a great one. Intel, I would, if you want to buy puts on Intel, I absolutely would. I just don't think that company is worth $30, even trading as it is today. Cup and handle on QQQ. We talked about TQQQ being the one. The falling wedge scans and TrendSpider, KHC, Netflix, Starbucks, Walgreens Boots. We talked about Netflix and Apple. Talked about some of the dividend stocks. So you've got a ton from today. FRC and DPST, absolutely. Mara on the 65. Again, sponsors. TrendSpider, if you want like the charts that I have, if you want access to my algorithm, I'll give it to you. Just sign up for TrendSpider. Code DSP25 is 25% off. It's a great service. I don't trade without it. I will say, Thomas had asked me about it, and one of the guides that I give people is, if you don't have a significant amount in your portfolio, say you only have $1,000 to trade with, do not get TrendSpider. Don't spend a few $100 on TrendSpider. It won't turn you into a phenomenal trader. TrendSpider is just a tool. You can get a lot of these tools through free. Use FinViz, use Thinkorswim, use Fidelity Active Trader Pro. So if you got a small account, don't think that TrendSpider is going to turn you into a great trader. It won't. It basically provides you information. It will try and keep you out of bad trades, put you into good trades, but at the basics, you need to understand things. It's not a plug and play thing. So if you want to get it, absolutely, I recommend it. Just make sure that your trading size and your trading portfolio is large enough to justify it. IDshop.com. This isn't getting any traction, but I'd love for you guys to get to your HR department for any of the security stuff and have them call, ID Shop. Just go online on idshop.com. They'll give you the best prices, and I guarantee best service by far. I mean, these guys are awesome. I work for them. I love it. Can't speak enough about them. And like I talked about at the beginning, Visible. If you're paying anything more than $30 a month for unlimited service, get over to Visible. Use the link down below. You get $20 off your first month. If you have any questions, hit me up. I see Boltron City on YouTube was a listener to the podcast who just joined the YouTube live. Kudos. Welcome. I'm stopping the podcast now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And I'm sorry if I think it's overmodulated, but you just get me loud. That's all you do. Take care. Okay. Now I'm going to move this. Oh, I got to move this over here. Boltron, welcome. Boltron, I'm retired. Don't put me on a time schedule. Typically, I will tell you, the live stream, I think there's about 20 of us that typically are on here. Today, there's only 11 because I've had a lot of technical problems. Typically, I'll get on between 8 and 9. Set your alert so when I'm live, if you just hit the bell button, I don't do a lot of videos. So I'm not going to spam you with a bunch of alerts where you get like a 1-minute stock video every day or something like that. Most of the time, I'm live because your boy's lazy. That's essentially it. Export song to disk. Yeah, ASML. That's what I was looking for. Oh, it's a New York registry share. That's why TrendSpider was screwing me up. I got to go wash my car today too. I'm gonna move you guys over to Active Trader Pro, and I'm not gonna post this up on. I'm gonna work on Joe triple levered vape stock. AMD is Andy. AMD, I will not. Intel is crap, but it's a stock, and it's quite a valuable company. They ain't going anywhere. They'll be around for quite a while. And like I said, I told my dad has a bunch of it. He sold half his lot under 30. I told him when it was at 26, I said wait till it gets to 30. It got up to 31. Boom, sold half his lot. Now I don't think he bought back in at 24, 25. Yeah, it depends on your time zone. And Boltron, that's what I'm. It's since I'm typically on the East Coast, it's between 8 and 9. I'm going to Chicago next week. I don't know that I'm going to do a podcast in Chicago. Remember that, my main job is when I'm actually working for Major League Soccer. That's my main job. So the podcast kind of takes a step back at that point. But I try and do it as much as I can. Oh, don't tell me that. Don't tell me I'm... Oh. There we go. By the way, I will tell you, Brian, it's funny. Thanks for understanding, Voltron. Interact. Q&A. I got an email last night. Oh, here we go. Responses. Gee, I'm the dog handler. Literally, if you apply for a press pass, I'm the guy that hands you a press pass. Publish. And I'm gonna have to bring this up. Friday. GWH. Okay, I'm a stop, Daisy. Do you want to go out there? Okay, you can go. Go on. The dogs, man. I'm gonna put this up on the Facebook group. You guys will like this. Since I can't interact with people on Spotify, desktop screenshot, 4:47 a.m. H. There's a guy on Spotify who his name on Spotify is GWH Bag Holder, and he wants to know what I think about GWH. Let me see. Oh, this is that. I think this is, yeah. Whoa. Wow. Says we had 12 people join the Facebook group. Okay. We published that. Let's see. Publish. What do you think about this one? Good. SOFI. And the original Birdie B. Birdie. SOFI. Okay, and then we'll do this one. Saw this as well. There we go. Okay, publish that. Let's see. Okay. For those longtime listeners, Tom had posted something on Spotify. I'll ignore. Okay. Now I got a new episode. Create episode, podcast 330. There we go. Upload. I think it's completely overmodulated. We're going to go P-Coat, our good old P-Coat. We'll insert an ad. Wow, uploading is super fast on 300 megs. And I've got to, I'm going to copy this. Boom. And we'll go over create new episode. And by the way, Boltron's typically, after I record the podcast, people just log out unless you have questions. Oh boy. Look at Citigroup flying. Up almost 1%. Oh, looks like Facebook touched 200 and then kind of shot down. And I got to alter that Mara alert. Indices check. Let's see. Man, I hate this. Okay, let me save episode. Man, I don't know what it is. I don't even know if I'm still live. So I'm up 0.83. NASDAQ is up 0.86. I'll look in a second, Jeff. SPY, QQDPST. Okay. $330, 23. Okay. And publish now. SPY, QQQ, Tesla, IWM. Let's see. We're going to just do populars. Oh. Hopefully that doesn't mess with that. Oh, stop. Oh, it does mess with that. Boyle, UCO, SCO, KOLD, SOXL, INTC, FRC, BAC, CHSI, NEO, AMD, BABA, SOXS, XLF, MU, AMZN, HYD. Let's see. that's it. I'll switch it back over. Okay, Jeff, I'll look at this one for you, and then I am gonna go fix some of this. GWH, this is a funny one. This is what the bag holder. I posted on the Facebook group if you want to look, but this is the one that he was asking me about from Tuesday's episode. Yeah, spot it. So the way I look at it, Brian, just so you know, Jeff, I'll look at it in a second, is YouTube is for sitting around listening when you're not necessarily, I'll watch stuff like TV or YouTube while I'm not necessarily doing anything else. But Spotify specifically is for when you're in the car, when you're driving. So, and I think that's where a lot of people find me. So, GFL, IAS, Integral Ad Science. Let me see what they do. Oh, it's an advertising agency. Are these one of the ones that operates digital advertising verification? Wow, they're worldwide. Cross devices, channels, formats, desktop. Oh, this is okay. So this is like a streaming ad-based agency. Boy, this guy's selling at 14. Looks like 14 is your your cap. Your PE is 139. Oh God, this is super expensive. It's up 55% year to date. Trade it. The fundamentals aren't there to say, yeah, it's 100%. Your average price target is 1462, which is about where you're trading at. I would look at the 65-minute algorithm on this one. And Jeff, you're in at 1372. I would be a little bit skeptical of that with a gap down here between 10 and 1164. That's just from the last earnings, by the way. And it looks like the last earnings may have been the first positive earnings for them. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't have earnings. Let's look at weekly. It looks like it's fairly new. So it skipped this. Looks like they were making 1 cent, 1 cent, 1 cent, and then 7 cents on the last earnings. This is a Motley Fool article. Why is it faring better than its small? Mainly because it didn't make the mistake of mixing bad sales reports with good earnings reports. Being on the top and bottom line, ISA reported 7 cents per share to 15% year over year ad growth. Yeah. Granted, even hitting this number would leave IAS stock selling for more than 78 times current year earnings. That's the problem that you have in growing this one is that was at 78. That was at like $7 a share, $8 a share. You're now at $14 a share. So your PE on a trailing basis is 139. Your PE on a forward basis is 51. That's just too expensive. So for every dollar that they sell, your stock price is valuing $5. That's just too pricey. DCA. Are they an ad service too? I don't even see DCA in here. Oh, you're probably saying IAS. I'd take your profit. I think, Jeff, I think right here, where they're basically optioning. I mean, this guy just did 3 options of over $1 million. He's cashing out. His options are at $6. He's cashing out at $13.51. Why wouldn't you? If you got an $8 option here, $8 option, right about your price point, $8.58 right here, and he cashed out at 14. I'd cash out at 14. In fact, I wouldn't even wait for it to come back down. I'd cash out. Oh yeah, get the F out of that. I mean, be happy with your profit. For me, yeah, it's just too expensive. I mean, even though you're on an upward trajectory here, I think that expense, if you have some type of insider information that they're going to continue to grow at the pace that they've been growing, I think you're fine. If you don't, I'd get the hell out. That's just me. Yeah, I think you're good. I think you take your profits and you run. Okay, I might get my day started here. I like to get off at about 10:30. Wah wah. And for all you kids, ignore that comment. Okay, I'm heading out. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna work on seeing if I can standardize this OBS stuff. And I think I can extend the screen over to my iPad and stuff, so I can probably hold some stuff over there. So I'll see about doing a little bit better tomorrow. Thanks, you guys.